really work. Let's see what works now. Have you set stream up or? Oh, okay. Like finish downloading one. Oh, now we're live. Oh, yippee. Oh, okay, okay. Can you take over after Chloe? Anyways, we're actually on stream this time. Sorry we missed the entirety of the first 3 quarters of qualifying. So technically it's just delayed us. We are extremely sorry for that. But anyways, quick rundown. I'll actually explain the championship situation this time for real now. LP3, nothing can get clinched. Rokyo has to score at least 4 points to, no, has to score at least P9 to win the championship in GT3. Play Games has to finish at least 4 positions higher than Rock to clinch GT4 drivers. Nothing can get clinched in GT3 teams and GT3 International Cup for teams. Katsuka can clinch the GT3 title with 3 more points than the 226 Eclipse to win the championship. Katsuka has to score at least 4 points in GT4 teams to clinch the championship, and nothing in GT4 teams can be clinched yet. That's our championship rundown. We'll just quickly pull. Mia, PH, and Charlotte Claire will be a top 3 as of right now for for LMP3, sorry. Play Games not improving there on his lap. Golger, T-Jerk, and Royal are top 3 for GT3 right now, and Geo, Play Games, and Rock are top 3 for GT4. So, Play Games is going to try to improve his lap times. We'll see what he can do. Anyways, as I probably should have mentioned earlier, it is Landon and I back in the booth after returning from yesterday. So, then if you want to say hi to stream, you can feel free. Anyways, 2 minutes. Yeah. Anyways, 2 minutes left to qualify. We'll see who improves here, if anything. The game's not seeming to improve much on his lap time. No personal best in Sector 1 and 2. Will be anything in Sector 3, though. No, it won't. No improvement. Just 2 tenths off a pole right now. There's not much happening. See if we can get any delays, laps, and any changes for position would be really cool to see. We just had somebody set a lap and see what that was. Play Games, it validates his sector. He's gonna have 1 more lap to get pole. He has only missed out on pole, I believe, 3 times this season. He missed out on pole in Saitama by barely anything, with Michael taking that one. In Le Mans, he missed, no, in Spa, sorry, he missed out on pole to Bra Moment. Yeah, no. We have 7 seconds for that. There goes the finish. Play Games invalidated. Oh, there's his pole hopes. That's a Yeah, there's not much improvement of any. I think yeah, that's wrapped up qualifying. No valid times left. So, your top three for each class. Mia will lead off with LMP3 pole 2. Literally nobody's surprise. PHN will return to LMP3, goes into P2, and T-Jerk will round out the top three. Golger will get a pole for GT3, with Royal and Racerman following in pursuit, all very close together. Play Games will just about miss out on pole with Geo taking pole. Play Games in P2, and then Aiden. No, sorry, not Aiden. Uh, Wait, I think it's Rock in P3 actually, and that will wrap up our top threes for each class. We will see you for the race. Landon will take over for then. You'll see you then.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back now here at Vermont for the newest round of ISCC Cup. We have now on our lineup. We're now going to go through our lineup. Oh, come on. So what we have for our grid today is we're just going to go off the board because they're probably about to get going pretty quick. We have Mia in the 7 car. We have Mia here in the 7 car, followed by PH Fan sitting up in the 62. Rokio in the 7, not Rokio, T-Jerk Boy in the 787 and P3 for LMP. Followed down by Charles Leclerc, Gulger, and Roy. Gulger rounds out the LMP field. Into GT3 now, we have on pole Royal in the 71. Followed by Racecar Matt. Followed by Racecar Man and more, and we're going to do a restart. Well, fun. I guess that means we're going to be taking a bit longer than usual here, boys. We're just going to cut the break due to technical difficulties. We're just going to All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we're back here now. Sorry for the delay. Stuff kind of hit the fans. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we're back here now. Sorry. All right. As we're coming now through the end of the first sector, gonna quickly sound off our qualifying order after everything was all said and done. Final order was for the LMPs. We had Mia on pole, followed by PH Fan right behind. I'm kidding, not really right behind, a second and a half behind. And then T-Jerk and Charles right behind PH, and Golger tying off the LMP field. Royal tying off the LMP field, not Golger. Following that, we had... Okay, it's honestly too hard to tell where everything ends, so we're just going to go by overall order. Following Royal, we have Race Car Man and Gio, and then Play Games, Aiden and Rokio. Rokio is currently here attempting to clinch his GT3 title. If he finishes 9th or higher in class, I believe, he will become the GT3 ISCC champion. Following that, we have It's Me, Unlucky, and Rock, and then Flash, Phillip, and Infinity. All those guys got below 115s, and now we got the stragglers tying us off. We have Inspector, Trigi, Amluk, Khalifa, Emily, and Real Fox as we're now going on the actual race. Mia, of course, leading us off. I gotta get this UI off the screen. As Mia leads us off up front, we're gonna try and dial in on that, on Rokio's journey today. Sitting currently in 3rd, fighting with the 91 and the 97. Right behind and looking to make a pass on the 166. Just to ensure he keeps that, he can make the title fight die here at Vermont. And also leading us off ahead, though, we have the 90 and the 70. Which I don't know who's in those, but let's look around. Yeah, we got actually a bit of a staple here in ISCC. We have the GT4 starting to merge up with the 3s. Because tunes are a bit scuffed right now. Anyways, as we continue on here, as they're finishing off the second lap now. It's actually first lap. We now have a spectator in the booth as Mia's now leading by 3 seconds after 1 lap, followed by the 62 from Danish and 28 from Sandy Motorsport. Let's check in on how that gap is actually looking for Mia. Yeah, as expected.
Disappointing that you refer to me as a spectator.
Kitty, don't make me cut off.
Wait, you're my replacement. I'm not a spectator.
Fair enough. May as well have you commentating. You're in the booth since Dive's completely gone, and I have free reign over the stream today.
Oh, wait. Do you want me to take over then?
May as well join in, honestly.
I'll take over, take a look at what we got here, because we have a little bit of an interesting situation up front. Looks like Santi actually is going to have to extend their arms out today with that number 62 car of Danish. I'm pretty sure that is, yeah, that's interesting sight fan inside the car, aka Sebastian Vettel, the 4-time world champion of Formula 1 World Drivers Champion right there. He's going to get a really good run out of the final corner there and stay ahead of Santi by about half a second there. So LMP3 is actually heated up today, and it looks like down in GT3 there is a 3-way battle for P1 between the 2 XKZ cars and also the G91 Racing. They have 2 brand new Porsches that they brought to the grid. I have not seen them before, so currently 3rd and 4th in their class. Really good debut so far as the start, but we'll have to see how that goes, because we still have 42 minutes left of racing, Landon.
Yeah, anything could happen at this point. This is just trying to keep your car on track, not get too many CCs. Speaking of which, Emily Dura, or however the hell you pronounce that, sitting with 8 after 4 minutes. Sitting at double delta. Khalifa Towers, as normal, sitting at 10 after 4. Actually, after 3 even, making it even worse. Cool Santi in his normal fashion. He's pretty fast today, but pretty fast to gain those CCs as well, I'd say. Sitting up at 9 right now. Rokio with 6. He's going to want to cool off on that if he wants to ensure that he's going to get his title today and not extend his fight.
Speaking of, yeah, bring the cameras to Saint right now because he's still fighting with Flash right now in LMP3. So let's bring the cameras to him. Also, quick mention, real quick. You probably want to put on. I think Dive said to put on fixed cam before because I know you would say you and what's his name? I can't think of his name. Lucas, the other L board person. Yeah. Fixed kind of looks. I don't know. I don't like the fixed camera, but that's what Dive wants and. Well, that's what Dive wants, I guess. But right now we have, they're still going at it. I don't know how this is going to end up developing because, well, we still have corner cuts to look. I don't know. Where is Santy? There's Santy. Santy's on 10 corner cuts. So remember that it's the 40cc limit today instead of the usual 45 for ISCC as we've usually had. Wow, they're still with each other. It's just incredible. I've not seen this for LMP3. This is for P2 right now. Between Santi Herder and then, again, interesting sight fan, aka Sebastian Vettel. So between Santi's Autosport and Dana's Motorsport, the 2862 are going at 2 Ligiers. I think it's an all Ligier grid here for LMP3 today, unless I'm mistaken. And with what I'm seeing, it looks like Santi's really going to have to be careful because they are racking up those corner cuts as we speak. I can't find where... I'm trying to find where... There he is. Oh, yeah, both of them are really racking up corner cuts. Santi on 13, and Sebastian is on 10, so they are going to have to really dial it back. I mean, that's too many. It would be too many in the old corner cut amount, but that's too many on the current one as well. And I think down in GT3 is spacing out a bit for that top 3, so I believe that battle might have settled down. But we still have this LMP3 battle, and a few seconds behind if they really wanted to. There's that number 521 AM speed car. They're not that far off, but they have a 787 behind them.
Yeah. Still up to 15 now for Cool Santi. He's going to want to cool off. He's getting about 3 a minute right now. I would be surprised if he has a single valid sector in the past 3 minutes. With how fast he's going, he really needs to cool that down if he doesn't want to get dropped right to the back of the grid through penalties, honestly. And as Mia's now gained up to 9 seconds over the fight between Santi and them. Back over into GT3, there's a fight between the 90 and the 71. Getting pretty close. Then right behind that we got the G91 and the 3. I believe the 3 would be Rokio, our potential first champion here at ISCC today. Yeah, he's got a bit of a fight on his hands. He's, I believe, in position right now. As we stand, he'd get the championship secured. But I believe he's a bit heavy on CCs right now. He's just slightly heavy on CCs, so it's not looking good.
Yeah, actually, back down GT4, they're not down or gained. Actually, I think this is between the 72 and number 9. Number 9's also a new one I haven't seen. Geo F1. I've not seen him before in any of the series. I mean, I haven't been paying too much attention recently, but I have not seen him before, and I can't recall he's in that 72. I know Rock's the head.
Geo, I think, came out of nowhere yesterday. Geo appeared yesterday, qualifying 12th overall in Inca. So he's not a shabby driver by any means, but he's fighting with these XKZ cars right now pretty hard, as they're in the mix with the GT3s.
Yeah, definitely not a lack of talent of the XKZ outfit. They've been very, very good in the more amateur classes, in the amateur categories, which isn't a discredit them at all, because they're 2nd and 3rd. That is, I figured out it's Infinite Candy Velocity number 72 and then Rock 27 in the 073 as per usual. He's also been a very good contender, so XKZ is definitely a team that you're going to want to beat if you want to come here and prove your stuff. They're currently leading in GT3 as we speak as well, with Royal behind them. Yeah, with Royal behind the wheel of that, which he isn't far off of the LMP3 rear grid as well. That just proves the pace of these XKZ guys. They're all really, really fast group of people. So if you can end up being one or two of their cars, then that is a job well done for a debut for sure.
Yeah, XKZ, they really don't lack in these amateur classes where it's all equal cars. They really definitely have some of the better talent along especially the GT field.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let me pull up, if I can get up XLMS real quick. There it is. I believe they're coming off, yeah, they're coming off of, well, I mean, we've had 2 rounds since, but just to confirm, they did end up winning the LMP2 class at Le Mans. What is it, for the XLMS series? Of course, 74 didn't have as good of a result, but their number 73 car ended up proving to be the best of their class. So that does say something. They're just good in every class they do. I think they're gonna probably make a move to look up, maybe, for XLMS soon, but I wouldn't know. I don't have access to that information. I'm not, don't get me wrong, I'm not, I don't have that information, but I wouldn't be surprised if they decide to make a move up to either go for LMP or go for GT3, sorry, just GT, potentially XLMS, but yeah, great outfit in general. They have pretty decent liveries to say the least, and their overall a pretty chill outfit as well. But anyways, we're talking a little bit too much about the same people, and even though they're an interesting thing to say, I'm just surprised that there's these two new guys, and I haven't seen them before, and they're getting right to the action. I think Scuderia Camina, the number 9 car, getting right into it with the XKZs, and then G91 Racing, both of their cars, 90 and the 91, are both throwing hands as well. Of course, they have play games with them. We'll play games with the Rapid driver. I wouldn't be surprised if he just ends up getting a dominant win here today. It's his usual thing to do in GT4, and does really good in XLMS too. So we have some great talent on this grid. And speaking of talent, the 787 was off there for a second.
Ooh.
But yeah, I don't know what happened to him, but he is now behind a few GT3s. So yeah, GT3 and GT4 have been full of talent this season and full of great battles. GT3 being a new class. LMP3 is, unfortunately, it's lacked in attendance, so we will not be seeing that 787's dropped on the order, but we will not be seeing it next season. It will be replaced by TCR, which some people won't be happy with, I know, but there will be a good few people that'll be happy with that. TCR has a lot of fans, so we'll see how that ends up going, but anyways, I don't see too many better developments besides what we've talked about. But yeah, we gotta, what is it? Don't we go to Del Mar after this?
Yeah, I think Del Mar is next up, and that's going to be penultimate round for both ISCC and Inca, I believe. So
yeah, it is for Inca.
So,
yeah, it's the same. It's the penultimate round for all 3 Roblox Sports Car Associations. So that would be interesting to watch for sure. It's a new track, and that Alex has made. It looks like it's going to be pretty good fun for the drivers to try out. Based on, yes, Del Mar, there was a real Del Mar. It's based on that. Update to be a bit more modern. Changed around a bit. I'm not allowed to tell you. I don't think I'm allowed to tell you much more, but it will definitely be a track to watch out for next weekend out to Vermont. But speaking of Vermont, we still have, in a week's time, we will have the XS1 series here for our LMP2 and GT challengers. We still have some championships to look out for that because, well, let's say, yeah, the number 521 amp speed is only 4 points ahead of the number 11 from Katsuga for the team championship in that. So LMP2 could have it could also have a different drivers. Actually, Lance and Rock are separated by exactly a single point headed into round 8 of 10. Which, it didn't help that Lance had a terrible, I think he didn't finish Le Mans, unfortunately. So that did not help him at all. I remember that. But the top 3 are only separated by about 4 points in the championship. But, alright, we're waffling too much about Access to Le Mans Series, but that is next week. Will be 1300 EST on Saturday if people are interested in checking that one out. Over here, for the International Sports Car Challenge, this is season 4 of it. For a championship for drivers, I don't think LMP3 is going to change it that much. Saintie's just been always second placing behind, via the number 07. So I don't think there's going to be too much of a change for that. But in GT3, Raccio is probably going to have it. Same thing in GT4 as play games. So I believe we're going to see Katsuka take 2 of the 3 championships for the International Sports Car Challenge. But this is a bit disappointing. I was hoping that, fortunately, Letme wasn't able to show up and at least take a shot. But that just means if Raccio finishes today, then he's just about where he's at. Which, speaking of Raccio, where is he? He is currently. He's not doing that good. He's all the way in 6th. So yeah, theoretically, he could still lose. But essentially, all he has to do is just finish where he is for the next 2 for this round, and then at Del Mar, he should be good. Speaking of the 07, that's in the wall.
The 07?
I think Mia's disconnected.
Mia?
What is it down at? I can't tell what turn that is. Down in what is it?
Yeah, Mia's gone.
The double right corner. Yeah, in the double right corner at the late end of the track, 3rd to last corner. I don't know what. I know they were having connection issues in qualifying. I think that's exactly what that is. Take a look in chat.
Yeah,
I don't see it, Mia.
That'd be a disconnected Mia.
Yeah.
This might be the end of Mia's final winning streak. Both their XLMS and Inkick streaks have died recently. This might be the end to their final of the 3. Depends on where they come back out once the disconnection issue is solved. Looks like Brad's over there attending to the car.
Yeah. We're gonna see how that goes. That was the same corner that they lost out to in qualifying. They're shooting right down the order. Under 30 minutes to go here, by the way. We got that on camera now. It's showing where Brad's at. So, yeah, that is unfortunate. They were having those issues in qualifying at the exact same corner. I know that they said I'd be surprised if I made it 5 minutes. They made it 15, but that's still only 15. You have a 45-minute race, so I think there's gonna be I think that's gonna get sorted out lap-wise. It's usually the procedure for a disconnect. They sort out.
Mia's disconnected again. They might not be able to continue.
That would be horrible.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Mia, man.
They're still comfortably leading the championship by 42 points, but that's, if they have a few disconnects, that's a lot. That could be a lost championship right there, obviously. It's a very close points format. 20 points for the winner, and top 10 always get points, so that should just about, if it doesn't, that just about tells you how close the points format is. But see, that's just unfortunate that happened. But just watching somebody else talk about Rocky how that happened. Speaking of, he's not made any ground at all. He's still struggling to make up ground. So I think he might just be relegated to P6 essentially, just by lacking the pace to get up to everyone else in that top 5. Speaking of top 5, I need to find out which driver that is. The 77 MSGP. I have not seen MSGP on this grid in a while. I want to take a look at that. So where is it?
If Mia doesn't show up, that might spell unexpected issues for the championship fight.
Yeah, that's... I think they'll still end up recovering it as long as they don't the same issues in the next few rounds or something, and maybe something happens. But that's weird. Brad's also back on track, so I think, is Mia not... Mia didn't get back in the car, did they?
Wonder why Brad's on track right now on the 6. He just pulled it out. I think the 6 might have been stopped on track as well.
He would have... No, that's because that's Brad's car, so I don't know what Brad's doing. Speaking of... Drive-through penalty for Khalifa Towers for CC limit. We still have 26 minutes to go, so that's not a penalty that you'd really want.
Yeah, sounds about right for Khalifa, though. As Cool Santy's starting to get up there as well, sitting at 29. With Golge up there as well with 26. And Rokio's disconnected apparently as well.
Rokio's disconnected.
Yeah, Rokio DC'd.
Yeah, he did. There he is.
Yeah,
what is going on with the disconnects today?
Yeah, he disconnected.
Where did he go to? Hold on, I'm
out of the double right.
See where he went. Did he also take it at the double right?
The first double right in Sector 1. He DC'd on the exit of that, heading into the chicane. Yeah, a lot of connection issues here today at Vermont. And
no, I'd see that.
Mia's car ain't there. Mia might not be able to get back in.
He's at the bank turn. Mia is back. That is not going to help Rocchio at all with the championship, is it now? Because there's... Hold on a minute. He's now 11th, though. He's not 11th in class. He's the last in class of 11 cars, so... That's not going to help him at all.
Yeah. That DC is not going to be helpful for him.
Okay. Brad is still working on getting Mia back in. He's working on getting Rocchio to go through. I think Brad is the only race control here today.
Yeah, a lot of issues here today.
Yeah, Mia's just having constant. Oh, Rock's laps aren't showing.
A lot of issues.
Yeah. Well, that is a little bit messy for Cat. That is going to be very messy for Catskon. I don't think they're, understandably so, I don't think they're going to be too happy. We'll see how that turns out. I think, oh yeah, I can see what you're expecting now. I should have taken a look at that already, but ignoring the troubles, we still have a race on our hands, and that is between two names that we're familiar with today, Sebastian Vettel and Cool Santy, which they're still throwing it down for, well, what is not a lead, actually. This is pretty over a lead now because of, until Mia gets back, which that's still in the question if Mia's going to even get back. So we're currently watching a fight for the lead right now with LMP3. Something that I didn't think we'd ever be talking about this season. But apparently we are. And yeah, that is, I don't know. I'm just trying to get my head around everything that's just happened. We just had Mia disconnect and they're still there in the double right, along with the 06 car, the 07 car, and the 06 car there in the double right. That last part. We just had Rocchio disconnect. He's still struggling to get his laps counted. And now we have a fight for the lead, separated by a 1/10 of a second over the line for the lead of LMP3. This is a class that's supposed to end after this season due to, unfortunately, lack of attendance, but these two are putting on a show no matter what. Vettel's a rather decent driver in his own market, but Sainty is very much not lacking in pace. Just got, because of Artek's removal, just got signed over to Pro Division for their LMP program. Royal's getting moved on to GT, speaking of that Nexus Bond series, so this would be a really good showing if they can get a win here today and prove why they're still in that program. Why they're still, still in an LMP, which they already had, but I think they're just going to be reinforcing the matter that they got re-signed to another team. Or quite a few people after, well, at least a few people after Santy. And you can now see why, because whenever Santy does show up, they will end up putting down plenty fast laps. Now get them really good positions. Of course, not the best with corner cuts as we still are seeing. Let me take a look at that now that I think about it.
Up to 31.
31 and 35.
These
For
two
your
may
top
be
two.
fast, but that speed
That's
comes
but
at the
dirty.
cost of the corner cut limits.
Sure does, and that's gonna. Well, I would say that come back to hurt him, but next LMP3 is 19 seconds off of Santee. Speaking of, that's the number 16 Blaze Racing Ferrari. There, we just passed them there at the chicane. I'm gonna assume that's another DNF. I think we've had a few connection issues today, haven't we?
Yeah, a lot of scripts falling apart today.
Yeah, Brett's not exactly thrilled with that, which I wouldn't be either.
I'm not exactly thrilled with it either, because that means I'm going to have to be tearing apart a lot of scripts over the next week. So this don't happen in XLMS.
Yeah, poor Landon over here. Well, I forgot to reintroduce myself to the booth, I should say, because if you select listeners will probably already know me. My name's Mr. Kid. I was the previous primary commentator up until Le Mans. I decided to step away from full time, but decided to come here in the booth today because of Vermont. I like Vermont. I decided to commentate for ISCC. I had nothing else to do today, so why not, you know? And joined your red Landon, which actually was going to be primary commentator today, but he's kind of just dropped back. He is a streamer for today, and he's also very much a script guy, so he's going to have a bit of a workload. Speaking of, that is the 07 back in the lead, so this is no longer a fight for the lead. No longer a fight for the lead anymore, and also drive-through penalties will now be post-race penalties due to script errors, so that's how it went. Yeah, anyways, our fight for the lead has now become a fight for second as Mia is now back on track. Still 8 tenths separating the 28.62 over the line, and I think that gap is still remaining under a second, but it's hard to tell with speed lag. So I don't think we can complain about lack of action today because, well, we've certainly had quite some action. We've had quite some drama, but Rocchio's back up to, he's back into P6 as he should be. They do have that. They do have the DNF. I mean, they have a thing about disconnecting, not being. You know, they bring it up to wherever position you were and where you were on track, and they fix it. They fix it for you if you do get disconnected, which is pretty nice. I assume it does complicate things a bit, but still nice that they have that. I guess it depends on your stance on it, because I understand some people. I know some people are going to say, well, that's not your fault. You can't really choose any disconnect. But there is that one side that will argue, hey, in real life racing, random issues do happen mechanically, and that kind of simulates it. Because obviously you don't exactly have random mechanical malfunctions over any race length here. Not Roblox, but not even really on sim racing. You don't have random mechanical issues on sim racing. Of course, you can still have mechanical issues, usually by accidents, or actually with iRacing for the NASCARs, so you can have overheating, but I've never seen just random issues happen, except for F1 games, the F1 games obviously, which I quite frankly like for the career mode and stuff, but yeah, here in Roblox, that's a little bit harder to, quite a bit harder actually, I should say, to simulate. I've not seen it done before. I don't think I'll see it be done for the next, well, actually who knows how long. They are trying to make a chassis contactable, so might be a future thing, of course, but we'll see. You know, Roblox racing doesn't stop progressing. That's one thing for sure. I've seen a few innovations already. I'm pretty new to this, but seen a few innovations, so that could be a possible innovation in the future. But anyways, the battle is still going on, although it is now. It looks like it's just about settled, but we'll see how that goes. We do have a battle for P2 actually. The number 71 and number 90 in GT3. That's for P2. I'll take a look at. Try and take a look where that it is. I know that's. There you go. It's one of them Steph Golgular. I think that's how you say it, or Golgular. Apologies if I'm mispronouncing that. Currently fighting out with Infinite Candy Floss right now for P2. So that's the G91 Racing and the number 71. Yeah, that's the G91 Racing and the XKZ Racing team cars right there, the Porsche and the Lambo. Swinging it out. They're just about past the bank turn right now. Golger's now in second. He has overtaken the 71. So here to go to the final turn. I think he's gotten a good, about half a second-ish? No, a little more than half a second. Okay. He's gotten himself a bit of a gap there after his overtake. That's good on him. Actually, and also, I'm pretty sure I didn't mention this, but MSJP, that is not a team I thought I'd be seeing today. They've kind of been, they haven't really been in RSCA much recently. Although I remember from last season being here quite a bit, but they haven't been here much, and that 16 car is still there, so I don't think that one's coming back, unfortunately, but we do have a few more important things to talk about that, and one of those things is Golger being a really fast driver. G91, definitely a new team, but here to make a statement with that number 90 car, at least. And the 91 was also up there for a bit. I have no clue what happened to them. I guess they had dropped back a bit, but overall, some new exciting stuff here in the ISCC. Good, about 15 minutes to go here pretty soon. How are our GT4s doing, actually? That's a question I want to answer real quick. If I can go find it. There's Aiden right there. Trying to find her. Where is Play Games? There he is. I'm pretty sure it's that. Hold on, that just thought of something. GT4s usually would have been lapped about 15 minutes in by the LMP3s, but I think because it's a tighter circuit, the LMP3s aren't that much faster over a lap.
Yeah.
Than they usually are.
Usually it's usually they gain most of their gaps by their fire top speed, but I don't really think anyone's topping out that much around here. So yeah, it's only really the cornering they've got, I think, right now.
Yeah, and so I guess I can see it then. I mean, they are lapping a good bit of the field, but they haven't got up to the leader, and that's the thing I'm confused about, because usually they would have done it by at least halfway through the race. So much I've seen. So that's, I mean, theoretically, if Mia were to disconnect, I think that'd be the first time, at least that I've seen, for a GT4 to have finished, like, for a GT4 to have finished on the lead lap of an ISCC race. Overall, that is. Because, yeah, and Play Games is about to lap the 20 car in his own class in a second. And Play Games is a really fast driver. Watching his earlier season battles with Lutzer was absolutely amazing to watch. The 1.5 BMWs and 0.5 Toyotas. If anyone gets that joke. Sorry, Toyota fans, by the way. I like the Supra, but everyone thinks it's BMW for some reason. That's because it is. So, anyways, the Play Games is approaching this 90 and 71 battle, actually, which is partly saying something about the GT3 tunes, but it's also saying something about Play Games' pace in general, because he is absolutely rapid. Only 3 GT3s ahead of Play Games right now, and currently he's behind 2 of them, so Play Games might be able to finish, like, he might be able to finish 6th overall. I don't think, he's definitely not getting up the Rock. Don't get that wrong. Unless Rock makes a huge mistake or something, but that would be, that's just, I don't know, it's weird to think about. It's because the GT3s don't have much place to extend their arms, and just this whole time, they've been getting caught up to by the GT4s for some odd reason. Just due to the tunes, but yeah, I mean, hey, what can we say? He doesn't love a good GT4 anyways, so not like I can complain. It's definitely been my favorite class to watch. Throughout, I would say it's throughout the entirety of RSCA, honestly. As much as GTs have been fun to watch in XLMS, and to an extent LMPs, Anchor Cups also, I guess, been a bit fun to watch, but GT4s have just always put on rather good racing, obviously. But anyways, enough talking about that. We should probably look back at what else we have going on. I think there is. Oh, there's. No, that's just me laughing on LP3. Never mind. That wasn't interesting. Sainty is building up their gap to the 62 car. I will tell you that. That's definitely going on. This is. I was wrong. Sorry, it's not Infinite Candy Floss. Infinite Candy Floss in GT4. I would stick that. It's Jerk Boy in the 71 actually for XKZ. I want to make that correction and apology right there. Play Games is right on them, by the way, but they are. But yeah, it's gonna be. It's a three-way overall battle technically here, but between the 71, the Jerk Boy, and then the was Never 90 of Golger going at it. Golger, I think he ended up getting pole actually. Hey, here he is. He's got a run. Golger's got a run on the 71. He's gonna just about get in front of him. Play Game's still right behind them in that little BMW GT4. About 11 minutes to go here, so not too much longer to go, and we're gonna get some penalties here for sure. I think there's gonna also be some waffling in the post race. Speaking of post race penalties, Seb is gonna get one because he's at 50 corner cuts.
Yeah, Charles
Aiden's gonna get one. He's at 53. Charles is at 4. Charles is close. Who else? That's a person at 56. That's. I think I just covered anyone that's, well, notable. That is.
Cole Sandy's cutting it close. He's only got 4 left with 10 minutes. At his usual rate, he might lose that second place from penalties.
I don't think he will.
If he backs off.
Seb has 50.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, then both of them got to be concerned about keeping a gap to the 5-2-1. Otherwise, they might just barely get caught by the 5-2-1 after penalties. I think post race is what, 30 seconds? So
30.
I don't remember what it is, honestly.
I think it was like 25 or something. I forgot. But either way,
if it's 25, they're cutting it close.
It's either 20 or 25. I don't know though, because I've never been told.
Oh, and Santi's been dropping back a good bit. He's trying really hard to not get that penalty, I think. Yeah, he's getting caught real quick he's getting caught real quick right now.
Speaking of getting caught, Play Games is about to overtake the 90 here in a second. What a dominant show performance out of Play Games here today.
They're side by side into the second.
It's absolutely nowhere. Also, Santy and Seb are fighting at it, but I think Santy's more just dropping back to pace, because I think they have more pace than Seb. They're just choosing not to use it. Seb is now past Santy. They are on your screen. And well, I haven't covered. Oh, is that the 16 car moving? 16 cars moving. I think that might be Brad moving it out of the way.
Most likely.
Yeah, it's Brad moving it out of the way. Which is moving around the circuit. There's. Okay, I'm just taking a look. What is 166? I'm trying to see. I don't think Midpack's really doing much right now.
And Golger has a penalty now. He's sitting at 40.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a penalty for him. That's unfortunate. We have not been paying attention to it, but yeah, Golger is gonna have a post-race penalty, and that unfortunately means his fight's over.
Yeah.
Unless the 71 gets a penalty, which he could prey on Jerkboy getting a penalty.
Yeah.
But Jerkboy's at 32.
Likely though, he's going to be dropped off that podium. He's going to get dropped off that GT3 podium.
Yeah, let me take a look at.
Yeah. As long as Rocchio does, I think the gap's small enough to, if Rocchio doesn't get a penalty, then Rocchio's going to snag that GT3 podium to secure the championship.
Really?
Yeah.
That's all he need. That would be all he would need for the GT3 championship. I think Litmy would have to win 2 races without Rocchio, and even with Rocchio not even attending to have a chance, and I don't think that's even possible. So
I'm pretty sure at this point, Rocchio, especially if he keeps that gap to the 90 without dropping pace, like without getting a penalty, actually, he's gonna be. I'm pretty sure he'll be mathematically the winner. I think he'll get the outright win in his championship. Yeah, so gap will probably be big enough to where even if Rocchio doesn't show up, he's got the championship in his hands right there.
Honestly, yeah, I think he would. I don't have any disagreement with that. I think he's just gonna have it anyways. But we'll see. It's Rock now. Rock's getting overtaken.
Oh, that ain't good
Rock
for
got
Rock.
overtaken.
He's having a bit of a fight here.
Yeah, with Joe F1 right now. The two Mercs are going at it. They have the.
Ooh, that's not good from Rock. That was wide as hell there. That was wide.
He's gonna maintain it, but yeah, he was definitely not on track very well there. Take a look. Rock is at 32.
Yeah.
Gio's at 38 though, so I don't know.
I think Rock knows. I think Rock knows he's got the delta over him to kind of push a bit and maybe risk. Yeah, he knows he's got the delta. 5 minutes left in the race. He's got 8. He's got 7 left in the tank. He knows he can push that limit a tiny bit more than the other guy can. So, but it's going to be a close fight here for P2 in GT4s.
Oh yeah, that's going to be close. But I mean, again, with that CCs, I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up settling itself in the way that it is right now.
Yeah.
And maybe even Gio losing podium as well. I don't see another GT4 for quite a bit, but I think he'd still lose it off of time.
Mia has gained a huge gap in the past bit, up to 30 seconds now. Up to almost 30 seconds ahead of everybody else. Yeah, Mia might just be trying to set a new lap record, trying to beat out the LMP2s.
Clearly. Gonna beat out the LMPs as well, might as well.
Yeah. We slot me in an LMP2 round here, they could probably get the overall win anyways with how short this track is.
If you put us two, if he took us two out of the booth and put us both in LMP2s, I still think we would find a win.
Yeah. Yeah, we could put an LMP2 here. We'd still lose, honestly.
Shoot the idea up to Alex, see if we can make it happen just as a test.
It wouldn't matter to drop around here though. I'd say honestly, it wouldn't matter dropping Mia onto an LMP2 tune. They'd still win the LMP class. It would not matter.
I want to see. No, they're not going to. Oh my God, Rock is wide.
Rock, you know you're on camera right now, right? Rock, did you forget you're on live?
Everybody.
I think Rock might be pushing his limits.
I think he might be. He's on 35 cc's though, so he has a bit of work. Gio only has one more, so I think that might have just settled that fight. Gio gets one more CC'd in their own penalty.
Then again, with how wide Rock went there, I wouldn't be surprised if the officials look into that after the race.
Yeah.
Because
At a race, don't you get better cars?
That looks like it's so wide that he might have just forgotten it. He might have just not touched his brake pedal. That's what that looked like to me, at least.
Yeah, since we're on the topic of that number 9 car, was it Gio? His teammate is potentially in the number 88. I say potentially with the light bit of salt there, but potentially able to get to the 13 Katsuka for, what would that be? P6 in class. Not a big GT4 grid here today, but definitely a good turn for GT3s. I think we've usually had double-digit GT4s. I'm surprised we have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think we've usually had double-digit GT4s. I'm surprised we have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have.
Okay, yeah, Rock just did it again. I'm pretty sure Rock might be intentionally pushing that turn 1 limit to gain some gap. The officials...
He is. That might be looked at.
Yeah, he did. He's gone right out almost to the wall 2 laps in a row. I think he knows there's only one detector out there, so it doesn't matter how wide. Yeah, I won't be surprised if the officials give him an intent penalty for all that. That he might have just unknowingly killed his race doing that. Honestly.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
And is Phillips now over limit?
Yeah.
Flash and Geo both 1 away. They're going to have to be careful. We're going to have to keep an eye on them. Same with Santee and Royal. All of them sitting right upon that limit as we head on to almost the final lap. Whenever Mia crosses, that's going to start our final lap here.
Oh, yeah. That's going to... Oh, that's the final. Where is... Mia's just now getting to the bank turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm worried about where the top 2, where the 2nd and 3rd places are on track, the LMP3s. They're... Because, yeah, Sebastian's ahead of Santee. Sorry if you like that for a bit. Sebastian's gotten ahead of Santee, although they do have they're 1 away from another post race, which they all have 2 post races in that issue. So that's not even a real battle anymore. Sorry to inform you people, but yeah, one of them is gonna have a post race anyway. So that's Santee's P2 as of right now, and yeah, that just got reaffirmed because Seb's now hit 60. So that Danish car is going to drop back quite a bit, but I don't know where the 521 is.
Final lap has started. We're just waiting on when Mia crop. Yeah, it's final lap.
Crushed.
Mia heading through sector 2 right now. Yeah, as we watch the board to see who gets an unfortunate 1 too many. We've got many drivers sitting on 38 or 39 right now. They're really pushing their limits today, all of them. They know what they can and can't get away with. But they know that if they go an inch too wide, there goes their race. So.
Well, here we go to the final corner.
Rocchio's over.
Final time.
Rocchio's over.
Rocchio's over.
As Mia crosses the line to win.
7's going to win. Yep. After Wi-Fi issues, and they'd still come across in first. And yeah, Rocchio's over. That was a late call, but yeah, he is at 40, so that's going to be a post race. That's not going to be best news for him, but I believe he's going to have the championship either way. So at least I believe.
Yeah, Rocchio's given up on his limit.
Yeah, that's going to be quite the post-race reviews and quite the amount of post-race penalties because of not allowing the drive-throughs.
Yeah.
That's gonna be.
Oh yeah, Kitty, can you watch the cars that have finished? Keep a log of anybody who gets out, because that's the issue. I think that's the leaderboard issue.
I don't see anyone getting out right now.
Keep an eye on them.
I see a lot of yellow and blue. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Royal just keeping it under 39.
What's 66 close?
I'm gonna have to take
across the line.
I'm gonna have to take a look at who went over. Yeah, if I look at our logs.
Oh yeah. I think that's everyone.
Yeah. That's everyone. Yeah, Emmy stayed under. RSCA Man stayed under. Royal stayed under. Can't see half the damn drivers. We're gonna have to inspect each car individually after. I'm gonna have to inspect.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think I know what the issue is, honestly, though.
Alright, well. What now? Yeah, that one's not able to jump out. Mia's... So, oh, just jumped everyone out. Okay.
Alright.
Wonder why no one's moved.
I don't know.
Oh. I have a feeling I know now.
Yeah, it's probably going to take a minute to inspect all the cars to see who went over. Because the board is buggy.
Board's bugged.
Yeah. I'm going to have to spend a lot of time after this looking in that.
How about some spaghetti holding up our script right now, aren't they?
You're not far off with how ancient some of this stuff is. Integrating new stuff to improve the experience has been just...
Yeah.
It's proven how bad some of this stuff is.
Asking about the... What is it? Ooh, I just realized this, yeah, this is interesting. The thing at the... I don't know what the... What was it? The flag stand is half missing, but... Yeah,
those two guys are just vibing up there in creative mode, I guess.
Jeffrey and Vladimir. That's their names if you look at the back of their shirts.
Yeah,
but...
Jeffrey and Vlad have just been vibing up there this entire race.
Oh, there's a car.
Somebody needs to inspect them for cheats, but...
Genuine question. Do you know those, toothpick and marshmallow things that you do in, like, class? Where you build, like, a little structure out of it. Build
yeah.
You can, and then... Yeah, is that what's holding up the code right now?
A lot of the stuff that hasn't been rewritten or inspected, pretty much that's what's holding up RSCA right now. So yeah, this is just that starting to collapse on us as Roblox tries to update a lot of stuff. So we're going to be spending a lot of time revamping all of that.
Oh yeah. Well, let's see. So yeah. Oh well, it's moved now, but I do know what I did get to see. The 07 Ultimate Motorsports of Mia ended up finishing first in LMP3. Then he's jumping everyone. I think people are getting in their cars.
And people are getting flung.
Yeah.
Rip the cars
that needed
data collection.
So that is I'm trying to see what's going to come to my mind here. I mean, Rocky's their new World Drivers' Championship for, and also I think that means Katsu is getting World Construction Championship for the GT3 as of today, 2 rounds early, which is very much a comfortable time to get both championships. If you can. Oh.
Yeah, I think, Rocchio is now the champion of GT3, I believe. XKZ have pretty much wrapped up team championships in both classes, I believe, with finishes. Yeah, they XKZ might not have a driver.
That's right. They get the teams championship. They get the. I think XKZ might get. I think they're gonna get the normal teams championship. I don't know about. I don't think Katsuka's even gonna get. I don't think Katsuka's anywhere close. So I think it's XKZ teams for GT3.
Yeah.
At least the normal GT3, not International Cup. But in GT4 Play Games is going to seal your win, by the way. He's driving for Katsuka. He is left, unfortunately, so he will not be here, but... What about GT3? Yeah, Rock got GT3, right? I think he did.
I also can't remember.
Yeah, I think he did. I can't remember now. Our little walnut brains. Oh well. Well, what now, Landon?
I don't know. I doubt Brad's gonna want to do podiums. I sure as hell ain't handling podiums. So I'd say that's.
Do you want to end the stream then?
I'd say that's probably it. There's going to be a bit of data collection that needs to be done to ensure all the CCs and stuff has been counted, but I'd say that's it.
Do you want to end the stream then real quick here?
I'd say that's it. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a bit of chaos. We're going to try to fix everything. Probably not all going to be fixed, but hopefully most of these issues will be gone come XLMS. So we will see you all next week for